I got 3 kids.
Oh, here, we just got called.
I can argue on my boyfriend. I'm trying to my lost me.
Imagine having a medical emergency and nobody helping you. That was the case when an Auburn, Washington convenience store clerk passed one while on the job. Not only do the customers not render any aid, but they decide to jump behind the counter and start stealing whatever they can get their hands on, even opening the register to take the money out. Truly, these people didn't have an ounce of empathy among them. Fortunately, the clerk was mostly uninjured. Robberies are extremely common at convenience stores, but this guy really takes the cake, along with everything else. This man is behind the counter loading cigarettes into a trash can while the employees yell at him. He continually threatens them, saying he has a gun, but doesn't stop loading the cigarettes into his trash can.
Hey, why are you stealing every day? Shut your ass. Why are you stealing every day, bro? Why are you stealing every day, bro? Stealing every day, bro. This is not good, bro. I'm telling you. This is not good, bro.
Hey, let me get a swisher though. Can I get a stripper? Hey, can I get a swisher? Let me get a swisher.
Back up. No, put it down.
Hey, just let him go. There's nothing you can do.
Every day 2 guns.
But it's nothing you can do. It's like they're not gonna do nothing. You just have to just claim you have insurance. You have insurance?
What?
Does you have insurance?
You ain't got insurance.
No, it hurts you. God. Ain't nothing you can do though. There's nothing you can do, man, until you call police. Ain't nothing you can do, man, until police come in. Hey, don't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
The customer filming warns the attendees not to do anything and just rely on their insurance, but they decide on a different approach. The moment the man tries to leave, the clerks attack him with a broom handle. Unfortunately, YouTube's policies prevent us from showing the rest, but let's just say the thief did not run away from this robbery. People rob convenience stores with all sorts of items. For instance, the man in the last video used nothing but a trash can and some strong language. At this local Detroit smoke shop, a man seems to be making a standard purchase. However, midway through the transaction, he calmly pepper sprays the clerk in the face before walking around the corner and stealing as much money as he can from the register. He's very conspicuously dressed for a thief, but it's the brazenness of the attack that's really shocking. It seems pepper spray is becoming an increasingly popular method of robbery. This footage from a Boston convenience store shows another robber waiting until the register is open, then spraying the clerk. Because pepper spray is so strong, it completely incapacitates the victim, giving thieves ample time to grab the cash and run. In this case, the suspect had a lookout as well. Luckily, the blinded clerk had a chance to close the register, so the thieves only got away with a pack of cigarettes. There must be something about nicotine, because people will do some insane things for a free pack of cigs. In March of 23, this Florida police officer responded to a convenience store after receiving a call about a man who'd walked out without showing an ID for his smokes. He even threw a cigarette at the clerk's face several times. Crazy enough, the man is still there, sitting in his car. As the cop approaches him, he refuses to give his name or provide an ID. He even jokes that his name is Deputy Smith, which is just asking for trouble from the officer. He continues to argue with both the store manager and the cop trespasses him, forbidding him from coming back to the store.
Is Lisa here?
Yeah.
Okay, she just called.
She just called, yeah. It's this red Jeep
Right
Grand
there?
Cherokee, the passenger.
Yep.
He got a pack of Gold Rush. I asked him before he even got the cigarettes if he had his ID. He told me yes. Grabbed the cigarettes, ringed them up, put them right here. He snatched them, threw his change down on the counter, and I said, I need your ID. And he says, I don't give a and walked out the door. I said, okay, I'm calling the cops.
Okay. You want him trespass or what?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
He threw a cigarette in my face.
Oh. Hey, what's going on? What?
I don't know.
Well, they're supposed to show IDs for cigarettes, correct?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got an ID?
I don't have an ID.
What is your name?
What do you mean, what is my name? Why are you going to need my name?
I'm trying to ask you who
What is
you
your
are.
name?
Obviously, it says Deputy Jones.
Deputy Jones.
Okay, so what is your name?
Deputy Smith.
No, it's not.
All right, well, listen. Why do you need my name?
Because in order to purchase cigarettes in the United States, especially in the state of Florida, hey, Mr. Stewart, you don't have any problems with him on the property. Has he ever given you an issue?
It's him, and he just threw a cigarette.
I didn't throw no cigarette at you, you crazy lunatic. This lady don't like me for some reason. I don't know who she is, but
She's not
making
following
shit
the
up.
rules.
She ain't got no business even standing out here. Now I'm gonna throw a cigarette at her?
What did you just
She's crazy.
threw whatever
You're
and went right in
crazy,
my
lady.
ear.
It was a fully unlit cigarette. Dropped it on the ground when I thought she was going to. So no, you littering. Quit making something out of nothing.
I'm not making
Because you
anything
ain't
out
life here, dog.
Did you throw a cigarette at
He
you?
threw a lit cigarette in my hair. That's what I just started yelling about.
Okay, I did not realize that.
Yeah, and the first time he threw an unlit, he flicked an unlit cigarette in my face and
Okay.
threw his garbage on the ground.
Hey, come here. Come here.
Relax. You.
What did I do here? Just and what? Whoa! Unlawful detainment. I stood my ground. You guys jumped me like a bunch of coons. You! You!
Okay.
I know the routes. We're just gonna patch down real quick.
Go get it, please.
Have a seat.
Go get it.
Mr.
Have a
Key,
seat.
I kept my word. Go keep yours.
Correct.
get back in
Have
the
a
car.
seat.
I get it.
in the car.
Follow in the car, please. Follow in the car.
Because the clerk says the man threw a lit cigarette at her, and because the man's so uncooperative, the police decide to show up at his house and arrest him for battery. The man continues to struggle to the point that they need to carry him to the police car, netting him another charge, resisting arrest. Once in the car, that's where the real fun starts. He demands air conditioning while ranting about his kids being taken from him and how he plans to sue the county, throwing in the odd racial slur here and there. He also pulls his handcuffs over his legs, which forces the police to stop and recuff him. All the while, he bounces between yelling at the officers and begging for mercy. It's pretty clear that the man, later identified as Justin, is suffering from some pretty serious emotional issues. Convenience stores are the #1 location for armed robberies in the US, and this video shows how quickly it can happen. This clerk in Denham, Massachusetts store is simply standing when a man enters with a gun and tells him to open the register.
Open the register. Open the register. Hurry up. Hurry up. Open it. Get the rest of the money. Get the rest of the money right now. Come on, get the rest. It's not it. It's not it. Get the rest. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. That's not it. Get the rest. Come on. Nothing less. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Come on. Come on now. Get the rest. It's not it. Get the rest of the money. Don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. I will shoot. Get the rest of the money.
Nothing, my man. Judge, I know what's here.
Come on.
Please, nothing, my brother. Nothing.
Don't lie to
Nothing,
me.
no money. Please.
Don't lie to me. Please.
Sorry.
Turn around. Get down. Where's your money? Where's the money?
No, nothing. Here, I got one. Nothing. Nothing.
What's your phone right there? Sit there, turn around. Put your hands up. I don't want to hurt you.
I know for nothing, okay?
Okay, turn around.
Sorry, buddy.
Turn around. I don't want to hurt you.
No, no.
Turn around.
Oh.
Turn around. Stay like that. Sit right there. Sit right there. Don't sit on the table. Sit down on the
Sit
table.
down. Come on.
Sit down on the table.
Here.
Sit down. Turn around. Look this way. I don't want to shoot. Stay like that for 10 minutes. Wait, that's if you look. Don't look.
Okay.
As he takes the money, he demands that the clerk get the rest of it, which he stuffs into his pockets. The extremely calm robber then accuses the clerk of having more money hidden somewhere, but eventually just leaves after commanding that the clerk stay seated and not move for 10 minutes. Not all convenience store workers are content to just sit there and be robbed. After a Philadelphia man went on a crime spree, he encountered one clerk who wasn't taking any guff.
What you do? What's in the bag? You give me the money.
The man started his night by committing a carjacking in Icetown, then attempted to kill someone several hours later. As the night wore on, he robbed a gas station before attempting to rob a mini-mart, where the clerk pulled his own weapon and began firing, driving the robber off and helping him to be caught later on. Let's be honest, not every bad thing that happens in a convenience store has to do with the customers. This footage shows a store that's completely infested with massive rats who can be seen climbing all over the merchandise, including the food. Let's hope people weren't content to just film this disgusting display, but also called the health department. To get an idea of just how rampant theft is at convenience stores, take a look at this footage. It shows suspects looting stores in groups of 12 or more, simply rushing in and grabbing whatever they can. Later, a couple robs a liquor store with the man shoving the booze down his pants before calmly walking out. In another liquor store, a man walks in with a suspicious package under his arms before the clerk goes running to the back of the store. The clerk hides while the suspect attempts to open the cash register. Frustrated, he attempts to knock the register open but simply demolishes it instead. Finally, he gets the drawer free from the rest of the system and runs out, just in time to throw it at what is either another assailant or an unwitting customer. In what's clearly one of the most bizarre convenience store events of all time, a Houston man is caught on camera dumping gasoline onto the exterior of a store and then using a match to set the entire area on fire. Apparently the man, Jerome Swathort, was not a customer of the store and had never been seen there before. Nevertheless, he was charged with arson and it's possible that he had committed more in the past. ATMs are a big target for convenience store thieves as they often contain more cash than the registers. However, they aren't exactly easy to break into. In this footage from Shelbyville, Kentucky, thieves are at the mobile teller machine using a truck and chain to open the device. Shockingly, the approach seems to work and the robbers quickly load box after box into their vehicle. However, being caught on camera also made these two men easy to catch. By now we've seen just how dangerous convenience stores can be, but what happens when the danger doesn't come from another human, but a very hungry animal? That was the case for Tipton's Gas Bar in Vancouver Island when a small black bear broke in and began sniffing around, only to pick up a package of gummy bears and walk out. Though nobody was harmed, it's been made clear that the bear failed to pay. Apparently hungry bears breaking into convenience stores isn't that rare. Take this photo from a gas station store where the clerks had to put a mop through the door handles to keep a much larger and much more aggressive bear from gaining entry. The beast is clearly hungry because it tries several times to get in while the clerks huddle behind the counter. The craziest thing, the bear has apparently made it in before. Unfortunately, not all convenience store attacks have a happy ending. This footage from Garden Bridge, Texas shows a man entering a gas station convenience store wearing a mask and immediately holding a gun to the clerk's head.
Go to the cashier. Hurry up. Open it. Both of them. All the money in this bag. Hurry up, hurry up. No, lift it. All the lottery tickets, all of them. Hurry up, so I'll pull the trigger. All of them, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm finna hit you, you moving too slow. Unlock them all, hurry up. Yes, get those two, both of them. Don't answer the phone, don't worry about the phone. Hurry up and get the lottery ticket. I want the whole roll. All of it, all of it. All of it. Come by the door. Let's go.
After she puts the money from the register into a bag, the robber orders her to open the safe as well. Unfortunately, the clerk is moving too slowly for him, and after he demands several rolls of lottery tickets, he decides to shoot the woman, making him a murderer as well as a thief. Something is very clearly wrong at this Washington convenience store, where an angry woman is violently throwing products onto the floor, screaming and throwing an insane tantrum.
It's okay. I know. I got it. Can you guys shut the blinds down? Just shut the blinds down. Just shut everything down. Shut it. Just shut the other one for me too, and then just lock up. Get this one's down close too. I know, dude. I'm on the phone. I'm like fucking crazy, dude. I know. We're just gonna have to shut down.
The person with the camera responding to the incident clearly recognizes the woman is having a psychotic episode and very calmly tells the employees to close the blinds and lock the door. You might have missed his calling because he would have made a great first responder. The brutal murder of George Floyd at the hands of police officers sent ripples across America, but a lot of people don't know that it all started in a convenience store. Footage from inside the Minneapolis store shows Floyd buying cigarettes with what the cashier later said was a counterfeit bill. The clerk later testified that he was going to take this bill, but his manager decided to confront the man instead. After Floyd refused to come back into the store, that's when the police were called. What happened next is unfortunately history. This bizarre footage shows the moment a car crashed into a convenience store in Lakewood, Ohio. As is often the case with such incidents, the driver accidentally stepped on the accelerator instead of the brake, sending the car rocketing through the wall and into the shopping aisle. The driver was uninjured, but one shopper did suffer a concussion due to the unfortunate accident. These videos prove that you never know what's going to happen in a convenience store, but people falling through the ceiling is likely the last thing on most people's list. During a botched robbery of a convenience store in Canada, one of the would-be robbers wisely decided to surrender to the police. However, during the handcuffing, the man springs back up only to be immediately tasered. Somehow the man gets up once again and makes a run for it while his female accomplice tries to escape into the air vents like she's John McClane. She doesn't make it far though. Instead, she ends up crashing through the ceiling and into one of the store shelves. Let's just say the officers suspect drugs were involved. This young man is clearly trying to act tough in front of his buddies, begging a clerk who he's had a disagreement with to come outside and fight him.
Man, nigga, get out of here, come on. Stop talking. Stop talking, record stop. Pop your dumb ass. Wait, hold up. You said pop? Come on, we can get this whole stuff came on right now, on God. On God. It'll be your last day working, living in this bitch on God. Everything I love. Come on. Come out. Actually, you go outside. Nigga, you ready to whatever outside. Y'all know what? Let you know I'm ready for whatever outside. Word to my mom, he won't step outside and do on God. He's right there. She reported to inside my nigga. Prices off your head. Come on. Come on, man. Yo, what you do? What's up?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I got 3 kids. Son, take clothes. Everybody out.
Unfortunately for him, he gets his wish. The clerk pulls a gun and immediately charges out the door to confront the ornery guy, who we can only presume decided he wasn't interested in fighting after all. Ever heard someone say this footage needs no explanation? Well, this is the opposite of that. It shows a man falling through the ceiling of a store, landing on his head, and after contemplating getting up for a moment, simply lying there on the floor instead. There's no information on who he is, what he's doing, or why he fell, but in this case that's what makes the footage so bizarre. While we're showing some of the weirder convenience store clips in our catalog, let's take a look at this one. It shows a completely unattended toddler walking into a store, taking some candy and then running away. The clerk is at first confused at how the door opened on its own, only to finally notice the extremely 2-foot-tall thief as he or she grabs the candy and makes their escape. Let's hope the decision to run after the baby was based more on finding the parents than getting back the merchandise. During the turbulent riots of 2020, one Philadelphia store was looted for a total of 15 hours. By the time the chaos calmed down, the market was completely destroyed and virtually every product of value was taken. The looters even got into the safe.
Oh my God! This is sad. This is sad. This is the problem.
Come down here and help us clean this ShopRite. Please. It's your neighborhood ShopRite. Where you eat, where you shop, where you get your food. I need somebody to please explain to me how this represents getting justice for George Floyd.
Fortunately, one man took it upon himself to go on Facebook and ask for the community to come down and help clean the mess. A lot of people, in fact, did. However, it would be weeks before the supermarket could open back up to the community again. Earlier in 2020, a dramatic shooting took place in a convenience store in downtown Washington, D.C. Footage shows two men in heavy coats entering the store before pulling out a gun and shooting at several people inside. Fortunately, the victim survived the shooting and was treated at a local hospital. However, nobody knows what actually caused the incident in the first place or why the man fired in another direction first. Until they're apprehended, we may never know. For some reason, people simply can't stop setting fires in convenience stores. This footage from Brooklyn, New York shows a man walking around a store and setting them on fire, seemingly at random. Store workers were quick to grab fire extinguishers and start tackling the blaze, but by then the same person had already set 3 more fires all around the store. After evacuating it, one of the workers revealed that the arsonist was likely no more than 12 or 13 years old. Could it be the same Brooklyn arsonist from earlier? We won't find out until he's caught. This disturbing footage doesn't include a fire, but it does include a lighter. It shows police officers entering a Columbus, Ohio convenience store where the clerk describes an encounter with a girl who got into an argument with him and then began destroying whatever she could get her hands on. To make matters worse, the girl brought her parents into the situation.
Alright, what's going on?
Well, I was in the house. I looked across the street and seen my daughter arguing, seen the man with the pole. But either way it goes, he shouldn't have put his hands on her.
Okay, I don't
He
even know
most
what happened.
definitely should not have put his hands on her.
You tell him something they don't even know about.
Okay, well, tell them.
Yesterday, I
So
bought
you're
a
the
lighter.
one in the store?
Yes.
Okay.
I bought a lighter. It was a lighter and a lighter lease.
I'll call you back.
The woman told me that the picture was something different than it was. So last night, I brought it home. I looked at it. I realized it's not what I thought it was, so I wanted to take it back. I asked her. I came back to the store without the lighter and asked her if I could bring it back. She said they don't do the refunds, but I could change it for something different. So I bought it back, and when I told him that, he said, we don't do refunds and you can't switch it. And I was just asking him, he was being very nonchalant.
Her a lighter anyway, she's 17.
He was being very nonchalant, like when I was telling him, and it was kind of frustrating me. So I did raise my voice a little bit, but I was not yelling. And he just kept being nonchalant. And then after the woman, he asked the woman if it was true or whatever. She said no.
What, is this another woman that works there?
Yes. And she said it was that I was lying, which why would I lie about it?
Right.
Lighter.
How did he pull your hair, when you were walking away or something?
I was standing at the thing, and I did it like this, and he grabbed my hair. My hair was down.
What she did, I cleaned up some stuff over here. She grabbed a bunch of stuff from here. She said, okay, you know what, I'm going to take this. She tried to take it. I jumped, I held her. I even have it on footage. I did not put my hands on her. Okay. I held her, all right, just so she was going to run away with the stuff. And then she started ransacking everything. You guys can come around and see what she did over here, too.
Stuff on the floor. I had to pick up everything in the middle of the floor because we had customers.
Now, footage of that. Okay. She goes across the street, starts yelling.
The whole family.
She brings the whole family. They come
I'm
here.
just trying to separate.
They're like, I swear to God, we're going to tear this down. Wait for her dad. Wait for my cousins. Wait for my uncles. Blah blah blah. That's when I saw the situation's going to get escalated. I grabbed this like this. Right. I did not hit no one. Sure. I just tried to show them, like, listen, I'm going to defend my store. I'm going to show you the footage. I'm going to show you everything. They go outside. I did not hit no one. And then she came up to my face. She's like, hit me, hit me. I'm like, I'm not going to put my hands on you. If you attack me, I don't care how old you are, who you are, male or female.
You go ahead and put that back.
I'm sorry, I'm just showing.
No, you're good.
See, if you notice her hand gestures and you could tell her tone is like, I put my hand in, I'm going to trade it for it, right?
Right.
And you don't want a copy of your receipt at all?
Then she starts saying, yeah, you better hurry up and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry, here's your lighter. I'm not going to do it for you. You're having an attitude now. Yeah. See, she's pushing stuff and trying to steal stuff. I'm trying to grab her and not.
I pushed her out, so get out, go.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here just to show you I did not threaten no one, did not hit no one.
That's why I told him, I said all of them stop. But I mean, it's not that serious. It wasn't that serious.
It's not that serious at all. I wish I would have came instead of her.
Okay. First of all, that's not my issue. My issue is she's tried to steal this whole thing. She knocked my store down. She caused damages.
She shouldn't have touched nothing.
$400, all right? Okay? She knocked down the alcohol, this stuff over here. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay, well, she shouldn't have touched nothing.
Obviously. So that's my concern right now. All right, ma'am. I'm gonna ask you politely, all right? I just told the officer I'm gonna trespass you guys, and I would appreciate if you're not getting my property, all right?
Okay, that's fine. Well, why do I get kicked out? Because I'm her mom? I did nothing.
Listen, dear, the reason I'm saying that is because when you came here, you threatened me with your dad, you threatened me to shoot down the store, all right?
I never said shoot down. Hear me threaten the store.
Okay.
I never said I have nobody.
I promise.
I swear to God on my dad, I never said.
Anyway, let's say you did not.
It's all right. We don't gotta come here.
Okay.
But I never said shoot nothing up. That's a lie that you just told on me in my face.
Okay. I mean, you can take it however you want, but I appreciate it.
Footage from the officer's body cam shows him interviewing the young girl, who claims she wanted to return a lighter she'd purchased the previous day. After an altercation, the clerk refused to take the lighter back or provide a refund. She then claims the clerk pulled her hair, prompting her to start knocking things over. Meanwhile, the clerk insists he never touched the girl or hit her with a stick. He only threatened to defend his store. The only problem? The clerk has the footage. He says he was initially going to take the lighter back but didn't like the way the girl was speaking to him. That's when she began pushing things over the counter and he chased her off with a stick, potentially pulling her hair in the process. One of the clerks even gives the girl a shoe she lost during the scuffle. In a he said, she said situation, it ends with the family being trespassed from the store. Flash mob robberies are a growing trend in some high crime areas. This footage shows a group of hundreds smashing their way into a gas station food mart to steal as many items as they possibly can. Because flash mobs like this include so many people, police say it's too dangerous to intervene. In this case, only one person ended up being arrested. Trespassing is a difficult crime to prosecute, but it's still important. This video from Sarasota, Florida shows police being called to a convenience store to deal with just such a situation. The officers speak with the store owner, who says there's a young woman sitting in front of his store who has refused to leave several times. As they approach the woman, she begs them not to be mean to her, saying that she isn't doing anything illegal.
She won't leave.
Okay.
So
You just want to trespass her?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I asked her 3 times, and she said I don't have nowhere to go, and I don't.
Said she doesn't have shoes, blisters on her feet,
6520 dispatch.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate it.
You'll just have to come out and do the trespass.
Please don't bother me. Let's look at the camera first. I'm not doing anything but sitting here holding the wallet. Come back.
Okay. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Well, at least, this isn't mine. Some crackhead walked up here and dropped it off.
Not saying that is. These gentlemen, unfortunately, have something to tell you, okay?
I don't want to hear it because they get out and yell at me. I'm just sitting here holding the wall up. I'm not even leaving my cigarette butts. I'm cleaning up after myself.
Understood, but it's their business.
I'm not even disrespectfully doing anything here except looking like a homeless person sad.
Do you have a place to go? A place to stay?
No, I don't. I have no other option.
Are you homeless right now?
Yes.
There are actually 40 seconds right here. All you gotta do is literally walk down 42nd, like 100 yards, and you'll run into North Water Tower Park. You can stay in that park until 11 o'clock tonight, all right? It'll be in the shade, no one's gonna bother you, and you can sit there just like you're sitting here right now.
No, but I have blisters in my feet and cracks. Well, the blisters was because I was forced to wear shoes that were too small on me and walk around for hours.
All right, man.
I'm a 9.5 in men's. I like men's shoes because I'm always a 9.5.
Good. Well, what can we do for you?
So we have a homeless lady that's down the street, no shoes on. She just needs a pair of shoes. Is it possible that we can get a pair off you? They're men's 9.5. And I mean, it can even be like flip-flops. Like, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right, perfect. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
And then, thank you. Protect against search.
Well, grab me a set, too.
Don't need a search. Probable cause. Do not touch me without it. No, please don't touch me. And I didn't put my hands on you. No! Why am I treated like a criminal? I didn't break any crime.
Get in by yourself and it'll be easier. Come on.
They attempt to explain to the young woman that she's been trespassed and needs to leave, claiming she's been homeless since November when her house burned down. She also says she's been kicked out of a shelter. The officers do pretty much everything they can throughout the encounter to give the young woman options. One policeman tells her where there's a park nearby so she can get some shade, another goes and buys her shoes for her blistered feet, yet another tries to find her a place to stay. Still, the stories and excuses keep coming. Finally, they tell her that she simply can't stay there any longer. That's when she gets even more confrontational. Finally, they need to arrest her, causing her to throw a violent fit. This is definitely a situation in which the police did everything they possibly could to help, but the person proved themselves beyond their assistance. This is one of our shortest videos, but it's also one of our most important. It shows a person walking up to a convenience store counter and opening the credit card system to reveal a credit card skimmer.
Yeah, be careful, y'all. Look. You see that? You see where we at? We on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the look. Over here stealing people's information.
These are electronic devices used to steal credit card PIN numbers and banking info. From the look on the clerk's face, it's unclear whether he was in on the scam or if it was installed without his knowledge. Here's yet another terrifying flash mob video, this time taking place with the clerk still in the store. Dozens of people rush into the shop, grabbing whatever they can and even harassing the terrified clerks by throwing things at them as they cower in fear. At one point, several people crawl over the counter to take cigarettes and other items while looking for money and other valuables. It just goes to show how powerful the mob mentality can be. At least nobody was hurt, but it's likely nobody was caught for the crime either. This footage shows an arrest for shoplifting gone very wrong. It starts with police arriving at a market where a robbery had just taken place. Moments after the police give pursuit, they encounter a young lady with a bag of merchandise. After telling her to put everything on the hood, a female officer begins to handcuff her. After placing her in the patrol car, they drive back to the store. Later, upon letting the young lady out of the car for a search, she pushes the female officer down and goes off running.
And she got all the merchandise. She just got a bag.
Where's she at?
She just went around that bit.
Where's she at? Who is she? She's in here?
See what the end of the white building? See right here. She's going up that street. She's gonna take the second street and she's gonna take the left. Without my glasses. 125. And 97. 71.
Ma'am. Did you take that bag from Dollar Tree?
Oh no, this
You got a receipt for that stuff?
This come from what you call it? This come from when I had a bag of it in what you call it?
Okay. Put the stuff on the hood. Put the stuff on the hood. Just put everything on the hood. Just put everything on the hood. No. Put the bag on the hood. Okay. Put everything on the hood. The purse, phone, everything like that. Put everything. Drop it. Place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back.
If this not
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, let me get my phone first. Let's talk about I walked out the store with something.
I'm gonna go grab the property.
All my stuff on the car. You can bring me Dollar General. You can bring me.
And you saw her taking everything?
Yeah, and I watched her and my cashier. I made sure she had walked and sweeped around the store, and she saw her was about to take a nail polish, but she in the midst of it she was like, oh I don't want this or something like that. The nail polish was open.
Oh, right here. Right here. Yep. What?
What's it called?
So right here. Take a seat.
I can get my thing out there.
I'm gonna get it. Take a seat.
I can get my thing out there, man.
Mosley! Mosley!
Get down on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Correction. 363. Last is NAT. Vicksburg.
Fortunately, the police are able to run after her and take her down. However, the female officer falls during the pursuit. Fortunately, people nearby begin rendering assistance to her while she's lying on the ground. After additional police and EMTs show up, the young officer is given medical attention for her injuries. This truly bizarre convenience store robbery might be one for the record books. It took place in Portland, Oregon, where footage shows an unidentified man who had somehow obtained a copy of the store's key, letting himself in through the front door of the shop and heading right for the safe. He simply walks out with the safe, puts it in his car, and drives away, despite the store's alarms blaring the entire time. Unfortunately, the manager says it took at least 2 hours for the police to show up. While violent things happen in convenience stores all the time, shootouts are relatively rare. However, when they do happen, they often cause immediate chaos. This particular incident took place in Hamden, Connecticut. The footage shows a series of customers walking in and out of the store, just like you might expect on a normal day. Meanwhile, a cop who's patrolling the neighborhood pulls into the parking lot. Apparently, he's received information about a robbery in progress, and he's now standing directly outside the convenience store. He pulls his weapon and radios in for backup before confronting the robber.
L2 received. Negative. Still 25, 1959 State Street. They just flagged down 7-8.
Hey, don't go anywhere, right?
10-4.
7-8, it's in progress.
In progress. 641's on the way. S7.
Hey! Hands up! Hands up! Seven, 8, black male, black sweatshirt, blue jeans, Timberland boots, black mask, semi-automatic handgun. I'm clearing the building now. Hello? The police department! Is everybody okay?
S7.
Is it just one guy? What's that? I can't hear you.
7.
Say that again?
7, units responded.
Yes, I'm right here at the door.
Over by EMC parking lot.
Hey, is anybody hurt? Hey, shut up. Is anybody hurt? Calm down.
Unfortunately, the armed assailant immediately opens fire, leading to a shootout between the two men. At this point, the robber has escaped the building and is running around the back of the store. The officer radios to incoming cars to let them know what's going on and walks into the building to see if everything's okay. However, not knowing what he's walking into is the most dangerous part. He talks to the clerk to confirm that everyone inside is alright. Fortunately, they are. The officer continues to secure the building while sirens wail in the distance. One of the officers spots signs that the assailants may have been hit. He was later apprehended. This footage shows a truly cold-blooded attack on a convenience store clerk in Houston, Texas. In events that can only be described as chilling, a customer walks up to the counter and immediately pulls out a handgun, shooting the clerk point blank in the head. After the clerk falls to the ground, the man jumps over the counter, fires again at the wounded man, then attempts to open it. However, as he can't seem to open the register, he simply flees into the night, with the clerk somehow managing to run after him. Despite being placed in critical condition, the clerk was alert and talking when he arrived at the hospital and ended up surviving the incident. At first glance, this footage might seem to show another violent convenience store attack. However, upon closer inspection, it's clear that this is just another case of physics running amok. The object rocketing towards the clerk and customers is really just a soda bottle that had been dropped by another customer. The pressure buildup caused the impact, forced the cap off, turning the soda bottle into a sticky, unguided missile. Let's head over to Australia for this next bizarre convenience store moment, where a robber wearing an utterly terrifying clown mask runs into a store holding a pistol at the clerk. The man then demands the drawer from the cash register, carrying it with him as he runs out into the woods. Unfortunately, the cashier will likely suffer from a fear of clowns for the rest of their lives. At least the assailant left behind an ample number of fingerprints. Here's another mob, this time in Memphis, Tennessee. Footage shows dozens of men and women running rampant through the store, stealing whatever they can while a frustrated clerk pleads with them to stop.
Stop!
It's a good thing that he didn't intervene because several of the perpetrators can be seen brandishing weapons. Though officers arrive quickly, they only get there in time to see around 30 vehicles speeding away from the scene. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. However, another gas station was targeted a few hours earlier by the same group. It's always sad when stores suffer theft or have their property vandalized. However, nothing is worse than when the clerks themselves are assaulted. This footage shows a Boston area convenience store robbery where an elderly clerk who was well known to the community suffered just such an assault. The man, who was 65 years old, first helped the individuals gas up their scooters. Soon after, an altercation broke out and the man tried to run into the office. Unfortunately, the assailants followed him, stealing money, shoving and hitting him several times. The man was back at work the very next day and has received widespread support from the community. In what's become somewhat of a theme for this compilation, we have yet another convenience store fire starter to show you. This time the events took place in Houston, where a man pulled up at a pump and walked into a gas station store, rambling incoherently. After calling the police, the clerks watched as the man came back into the store and placed a cardboard box on top of one of the displays. What they didn't know is that he had lit a small fire under the box, which soon began to spread. That's when the man began threatening the clerks, who wisely stood back and waited for the police to arrive. A woman in Columbia, Missouri had a legitimate meltdown in a store there, destroying thousands of dollars of merchandise. The woman's apparently having a mental breakdown of some kind as she alternates between crying and throwing items.
harass me. You taunt me. You talk about me. You lie and say I steal stuff. Here's your stuff. I'm not the one. I'm sorry. She bothers me.
So I guess I can't get cigarettes.
The woman had already been trespassed from the store several weeks before and could have been exacting her revenge on what she perceived as a wrongful accusation. Whatever the case, there's no denying her action, and she's currently accused of felony property damage. Asia is perfectly famous for its convenience stores, however not many of them are drive-thrus. This person, who later claimed they were simply trying to save time on parking, clearly didn't get the memo. He simply pulls into the Zhangjing China shop and honks his horn at the attendant, who actually rushes out to serve the man. It's a bizarre sequence of events that makes you wonder, has he done this before? The clerk even politely waves goodbye to him. Talk about mandatory service. Here's a particularly bold robbery. Keep your eyes on the man in the fedora. Despite looking to be in his 50s, he calmly waits for another customer to leave before informing the two terrified clerks that he's robbing them.
Hey, take it out. You, I want her to take out the cash and put it there now. Don't go to the register, you can get shot. Take the money out now, don't. Now! Money? All the cash. Over here, put it right here. All of it, or you will get shot. Take out money! Take out. Get shot, move! Open it up! Open it up! Get over there! Get over there! Get in the back! Go, motherfucker! All the way in the back! Alright, the rest is yours. Go on! Out of here!
He even leaps over the counter, holding what at first appears to be a gun under his shirt but is later revealed to be a knife. Throughout the ordeal, one customer, who's still in the back of the store, simply walks out of the doors, clearly not in the mood to deal with whatever might happen next. After getting the cash, the robber tells the clerks to take the rest of the money and leave before heading out himself. Truly a bizarre turn of events. This Lake Tahoe convenience store got a surprise visit from a bear who, rather than going for the sweets like his northern cousin, decided to shop for some fruit at the outdoor stand. The small bear was hardly a threat, though the visit did result in some adorable photos. There's no information as to whether he made off with any of the freshly grown goods. We've seen cars crash into convenience stores a few times by now, but not one moving this fast. In this case, the driver fell asleep at the wheel before rocketing into a Massachusetts market at what appears to be at least 50 miles per hour. Though nobody was hurt, the incident caused tens of thousands of dollars in damage to the store and its merchandise. Too bad nobody was there to give the driver a cup of coffee. Let's go over to Nebraska, where a camera captured the surprising attack on an innocent convenience store worker. The man is seen yelling at a clerk who seems unsure of what to do. Fortunately, the man walks away. However, just a few moments later, he roughly shoves the woman to the floor, causing her to hit her head on the refrigerator. That's when another employee sprang into action and locked the door, keeping the still irate man from getting back inside. Again, the behavior here suggests that the man may be suffering from mental problems, but even that doesn't justify this vicious attack. Here's another example of a customer being denied service and then taking their anger out on the store, only this time it wasn't nicotine but alcohol that caused the eruption of anger. The event took place in Hollywood, Florida, when two men entered a gas station to purchase alcohol. However, seeing that the men are already inebriated, the clerk decided to deny them service. The men then immediately began tearing apart the gas station, destroying whatever they could and even attempting to assault the clerk. However, the man is too drunk to land any real blows and instead continues to destroy whatever he can. The kicker is that the car they sped off in had the name of the roofing company on the side, which made finding the two men rather easy. Australia is a beautiful country filled with dangerous animals. Take this footage, for instance. It shows a large snake in a Sydney convenience store casually hanging out in the spice section. Luckily, the person who found the snake was a wildlife rescuer who bagged the 10-foot-long serpent and released it into a nearby forest. Seems like a lucky coincidence that the shopper happened to be a wildlife expert, but then again, there's probably a lot of them down under. Continuing our long series of bonkers convenience store customers destroying merchandise, this woman seems to be taking her anger out on dozens of bottles of wine. The cell phone footage comes from an unknown source, but clearly shows the woman throwing bottles against the wall. When asked why she's doing it, she starts ranting about sex traffickers and prices in the store.
Taking all the goddamn wham, bro. All the wham.
Give me your bag.
Give your bag?
Yep.
Why you snapping, baby girl? What's wrong?
Back into the sex traffic, they go to India, they sex traffic, they kill kids over there. Their Jews don't like it. All they do is sex traffic. They give y'all all of these prices. All they always do is rack up these prices. And this whole convenience store, y'all get
baby girl, look, you going to jail, baby girl?
Huh?
You going to jail? I want to see you go to jail.
I ain't going to jail. I'm getting people out of jail.
You sure?
Yeah.
Not like this. Not like this, though.
I'm getting out of jail. Y'all judges, y'all parole officers, crooks. All of them crooks.
Where you from?
I'm from Suffolk.
Suffolk.
Yup. Born and raised. Okay. Suffolk, Norfolk, the whole 757. They're all crooks. They're all Jews.
Oh, you didn't work here.
Why are you still on it? All Jewish. Why she got right here? She got time today. She got time today. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Really? No. Really?
She don't work here. She don't work here, baby girl.
She going crazy. She's doing everything.
They got a lot of cleaning.
A lot of
this store, nobody like.
Oh, that was the thing right there.
Oh.
Yo, you going to jail, yo.
So get some blacks, some cigarettes. Get some blacks for her.
Hey, throw some Newports.
Throw some Newports. Throw some Newports, baby girl.
Despite her actions, she seems remarkably calm about the whole thing, even taking the time to talk about where she's from. However, she quickly escalates again, throwing things into the store kitchen, breaking TVs, and more. It's unsure where the clerks are or whether people aren't stopping her, but she's clearly spent jail that evening. Our final video shows officers responding to reports of a woman screaming inside of a grocery store. Apparently, she was insulting and yelling at customers, which caused a major scene. Upon arrival, the officers speak with the owner of the store and encounter the woman, who appears to be either on drugs or having a mental health crisis. Though the officers repeatedly tell her she's not in trouble, she continues to speak in a manner that suggests she needs help.
Did you call us?
Yeah, she has to be in something. We gotta.
Where is she? Is she still in here?
Store, yeah.
Let me just wait for my partner real quick.
Yeah, she's like in front of customers and screaming at people. You got something.
Okay. Oh. Hey, man. What's going on?
No. Are you seriously called the cops?
Well, here, we just got called.
I got an argument with my boyfriend. I'm trying to my wife. He's literally coming here to pay for it. Oh my god.
Hey.
No.
Let me just talk to you. You're not in trouble right now, but you're a little.
No, because I'm having a hard time. My house burned down a week ago. My boyfriend smoked up the.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Hey, man, do not walk away from us, okay? Let me talk to you. You're not in trouble right now, but we got called to make sure that you're okay and to check on you because you're pretty erratic right now.
Look, my house burned down a week ago.
Okay.
I got into an argument with somebody.
Okay, well, talk to me about it.
Oh my fucking god.
Listen, talk to me about it.
I lost my money. My boyfriend smoked up all the American Red Cross funds that we had in crack.
Okay.
And I had $10 in here to get some snacks. I'm sorry. I'm mad.
You got your ID on you?
No, I don't, but like, why did he call the police? He's arguing with me. I don't need this
Listen.
right now.
Listen. Deep breaths.
He's accusing me now to pay for this stuff for me.
Well, you're not accused of stealing anything. Okay, we're just checking on you because you're not acting normal.
No, because I just had my house burned down.
Okay, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
You can
Okay.
check with the fire department. I'm sorry. It's just like anybody would be, a little bit overwhelmed right now. I apologize. I'm angry and I'm having anxiety. I'm trying to calm down.
Well, I need you to try better because you can't stand still. Your nose is running. You're talking a million miles a minute. I understand, but now it's time to calm down.
Can I
so I
smoke a
can
cigarette?
Now,
What's that?
No.
we're standing right here until we figure everything out.
What was that to figure out?
You're running around the store. Okay, you're
It
causing
was arguing with somebody.
Exactly, and that's what we're figuring out.
You guys obviously don't understand. Like, I have severe anxiety, I have PTSD. I'm in recovery. My house just burned down. I have life in these Red Cross funds, and you smoke them off. I'm living on the street right now, where I'm raped and robbed every other freaking month. Why?
We're just figuring out with the warrants, okay? You're just being detained for the warrant. Do not start with me
I
right
just told you guys what I'm going through.
Why are you soaking wet?
Because I'm sweating.
Why are you sweating?
Because of what you guys
Stop.
just
Hey,
did.
stop.
It's not
Look
normal
at,
to be sweating like
look at me. Look at me.
I'm not soaking
Ma'am,
wet.
Look
at me. What did you take?
I didn't take anything.
What did you take?
Oh my god.
You think this is my first rodeo?
No,
you think that the paraphernalia warrant that you have right now, and you acting like this,
I'm not acting like
we
anything
can't
because you
put two
guys
and
are
two
freaking
together?
me out. How could you be so cool?
I got it.
Why are you doing this to me? What is shooting me? I don't have anybody.
Get in the car.
Please. Ask me for help.
The woman claims she's living on the streets after her house burned down. She also claims that she's not on drugs. However, they soon determine that she has warrants out for her arrest, which means they need to detain her. However, that doesn't mean she's coming easy. The woman immediately puts up a struggle and begins crying. It's at this point that they begin accusing her of being on drugs, which she denies. This is when things get really bad. She immediately begins fighting the police, who have to drag her outside. Once she's inside the cop car, the tantrum doesn't stop. She continues to throw a fit, writhing around the backseat and threatening to injure herself. It's a sad reminder of just how bad things can get when you're on drugs.